Tom Cruise has been a Hollywood megastar since the 80s, but in Hollywood, the real danger is dating in the spotlight.
Tom Cruise has lost every single wife at exactly 33 years old. Every one. Mimi Rogers, 33 when they separated. Nicole Kidman, 33 when he filed. Katie Holmes, 33 when she filed on him. 3 women, 3 different decades, 1 number. And not a single person on Earth has ever explained it. And no, before somebody comments it, he was not 24 when the Mimi Rogers marriage wrapped. That is a myth that will not die. He was 27. He was 24 when it started. Now, here's the part that actually deserves your attention. Mimi Rogers was 5 years older than him. With Nicole Kidman, it flipped 5 years the other way. Katie Holmes, 16 years younger. And the last woman he was properly linked to is 26 years younger than he is. Read that progression again. The gap did not just survive 40 years, it grew every single decade, like a subscription he forgot to cancel. Cher went on live television and named Tom Cruise in her top 5 lovers of all time. Did not flinch, did not soften it, just said it. She was around 39 in the mid-80s when they got together, and he was 23. And she told Oprah Winfrey she was crazy about him and that he was shy. Shy. Tom Cruise. Sit with that. They apparently met around Sean Penn and Madonna's wedding and reconnected at a White House event, because obviously that is where these things happen. And she was not even the only older woman in that stretch of his life. Rebecca De Mornay was 3 years his senior when they met on Risky Business, and they ran about 2.5 years after it came out. She is 66 now and still says lovely things about him, telling Page Six last year that she is really proud of him. Even Melissa Gilbert got there first, back when he was still Tom Mapother and nobody in Los Angeles knew his face. She was 16 or 17, said he was a good kisser, and left it right there. That was chapter 1. Older women, established careers, fully in charge. Never happened again. Mimi Rogers told a magazine that Tom Cruise seriously considered becoming a monk while they were married because he thought he needed to stay celibate to protect the purity of his instrument. His instrument, meaning his acting. I need everybody to understand that a woman said this out loud about her own husband in print in 1993. She was 31 when they married, and he was 24, and she is the one who brought him into Scientology in the first place. Her own father had been a senior figure in the church and a personal friend of L. Ron Hubbard before breaking away in the early 80s. So she opened that door, watched him sprint through it, and then walked out herself right after the divorce, with a settlement reported at $4 million. And it gets messier. Mike Rinder, who spent decades inside, at the very top, wrote in his memoir that a senior official was specifically assigned to get Mimi Rogers to agree to that divorce so Tom Cruise would be free to marry Nicole Kidman. He called it highly unusual. The church says none of that happened. Mimi Rogers turned 70 in January, has been with the same producer since 1990, and once told people that being known as Tom Cruise's wife means you cease to be an individual. Tom Cruise filed for divorce and listed the separation date as 3 days before his 10th wedding anniversary. 3 days, not 3 weeks, not a vague month. 3 days short of a decade, logged on paper in a court document. Nicole Kidman was 22 when they met on Days of Thunder, 23 when they married on Christmas Eve and Telluride, and he was 27 and already the biggest star alive, while she had barely landed from Australia. Nearly 11 years, 2 adopted children, Isabella and Connor. Then February 2001, he files, separation dated the 21st of December 2000. She has said since that she was a baby when she married him, and she meant it literally. She also told Vanity Fair that she knows why and he knows why, and that sometimes you just have to face the brutal reality, which remains the single most elegant refusal to explain anything ever printed in a magazine. She joined the church during that marriage. She left right around the time it concluded. And by that summer, he had already invited Penelope Cruz to his birthday party. They had met filming Vanilla Sky, while he was still married. That one ran almost exactly 3 years and got announced as over by his own sister, who was also his publicist. Family business. Katie Holmes had her entire divorce settled 11 days after filing. 11! That is not a negotiation. That is a woman who walked in with every document already prepared and a lawyer who had been waiting months for the green light. She also filed in New York on purpose because those courts are known to be unfriendly toward joint custody in contested cases. She picked her battlefield. 11 days later, she had primary custody of Surrey, and it was finished. And the whiplash is unreal because the beginning of that relationship was the loudest thing that has ever happened in Hollywood. She was 26, he was 42, and within weeks, he was on Oprah Winfrey's couch, dropping to one knee 5 separate times, grabbing her hands and climbing on the furniture. She converted to Scientology 3 weeks later, engaged at the Eiffel Tower by mid-June. Surrey born the following April. Married that November in a 15th century castle outside Rome, with the Beckhams and Will Smith sitting in the pews. 6 years of that, dismantled in under a fortnight. Katie Holmes has said almost nothing since, except to tell Glamour she likes to protect her daughter, because Surrey is an incredible person.
Tom Cruise, his love life has more plot twists than any mission he's ever accepted.
Ana de Armas walked away from Tom Cruise after 9 months, and the word going around was that everything was simply moving too fast for her. She is 26 years younger than him. First spotted at a London dinner in February 2025, and by spring he was personally piloting a helicopter for her birthday, which is a genuinely insane sentence about a 62-year-old man. They left David Beckham's 50th together. Then came the Vermont photographs, holding hands, at her own house, which is the exact moment everybody stopped pretending it was a professional friendship. And here is the detail I refuse to let anybody scroll past. Penelope Cruz apparently helped set them up. His ex, from 20 years earlier, set him up. By mid-October, it was finished. Some versions called it mutual, everybody protecting the film they are both still attached to. Other versions were considerably blunter about who ended it. 3 months later, she was photographed holding hands with a 28-year-old at the Golden Globes. Before her, there was a London socialite in 2023 that lasted 3 months and somehow produced 0 photographs of the two of them together. He is 64 now and single. Nazanin Boniadi reportedly auditioned to be Tom Cruise's girlfriend without knowing that was what she was auditioning for. This is Vanity Fair's reporting, and it is the wildest claim in his entire romantic history. According to that story, young actresses inside the church were told they were trying out for a training film, then sat down and asked what they thought of Tom Cruise. She was the one selected. She was around 24, and she was with him for roughly 3 months at the end of 2004, before it concluded. His lawyer called the whole thing tired old lies. His representative said lies in a different font are still lies. The church said flatly that no such project ever existed, secret or otherwise, for any member, ever. But the director Paul Haggis, who had spent decades inside himself, said he had known Nazanin Boniadi for years, and that the account held up. She has never gone fully on record about the details. She has become one of the church's loudest critics, though, and she now campaigns on human rights as an ambassador for Amnesty International UK, alongside her acting. And after her came Katie Holmes, then years of rumors he shut down, including one about Haley Atwell that she personally called grubby and invasive before describing him as an uncle. So here we are. 3 marriages, 3 wives who all hit 33, 40 years of widening age gaps, and Tom Cruise at 64, single.